I'm Derek Grier, and this is your St. Louis Real Estate Report.
All right, all you crazy people that want to know the real estate market and what's going on, this is your chance. I'm going to show you. Let's get my ugly mug off of here. And hey, guess what? Here's my bottom line takeaway, all right? The real estate market is back, baby. Things are coming back. They're looking good. I think 2025 is the year that we break out. And do we ever need it? Because last year, 2024, was probably the most challenging year since 1995. All right, there were fewer homes sold last year. You got to go all the way back to 1995 to get that few houses that were sold. So the only saving grace is that the average price keeps going up. So if you're a real estate agent, you know your commissions, you're getting more per deal, but you're doing less deals potentially. So if you know a real estate agent, if you're friends with a real estate agent, reach out to them, check in on them, make sure they're doing okay, because some of them were having a really tough year last year. And we're working hard here at Realty One Group to make sure that everybody's got the tools and resources to have the best year yet on record, and giving them lots of good ideas on how to market to their people, how to influence their SOI. But I'm getting off track. We're talking about trends. We're talking about the market. Okay, average appreciation over the last 10 years. Check this out. So 5%, 6%, that's pretty average, right? And then we see this huge spike in 2020 and 2021 through 2022. We're seeing 17 to 20% average annual appreciation during that time period. Unprecedented, historic appreciation, okay? And then it dropped back down, and we're around 4.5% now. So more of a normalized market. And you'll hear me say that a lot, a normalized market. It really is where we're going. And that's a good thing for home buyers. It's a good thing for home sellers. And it's also a good thing for real estate agents. Things are getting back to where they should be. All right, let's look at local trends. Okay, this is St. Louis, the St. Louis market. All right, pending sales are down. That's okay. That's okay, because the trend overall is going to continue to pick up. We're in the low, slow time of the year, so I'm not too concerned. Average home prices, okay, you see the median home price here going up, up. We're seeing higher appreciation. You just saw the average for the nation is 4.5%. We're still at 15%. So that tells me that we're doing really well here. Things are looking up, and St. Louis is still a very, very desirable place to live and work and play. But for home prices, that's going to continue to keep them high. Okay, so number of closed sales, we talked about that. It's down, but it's going back up, baby. It's going back up. I'm telling you, this is the year. We're going to see some increases there. Inventory is down. And see, this is part of the problem. We have not enough homes on the market. If you're a home buyer, you've probably been pretty frustrated because you can't find a house that you want, or you find it and then you get outbid for it, and there's 10 other people looking for the same sort of thing that you're looking for. So that will change. The magic number is 6%. Remember that number. If interest rates get to 6%, and they're about 6.8% right now, if they get down to 6%, that's the magic number where we think that the real estate market will open up, and we'll have more people that are looking to actually make a move then and actually get back into the race, and more sellers that are looking to sell their homes. Okay, so let's go now to some other big numbers. All right. Let's look at this. Okay, so these are more key metrics. I love looking at graphs and bars and charts because it really shows you exactly what's going on. Okay, so we've got new listings. It's up 3.3%. Okay, so that's where I'm telling you the trend is up. The trend is going up. Pending sales is down, but that's a factor of the time of year. Closed sales is down. All right, so days on market, we talked about that. That's less than what it was last year. So things are sitting on the market for a shorter amount of time. Now, I want you to remember some of these numbers if you can. Burn them into your brain, because we're going to go into a deep dive into a specific market within St. Louis in a minute here, the Chesterfield market. I want to show you what's going on in Chesterfield. I happen to have a little bit of bias towards Chesterfield. I'm running for the mayor of Chesterfield right now. The election is April 8th. And so I happen to like Chesterfield a lot. I really know Chesterfield very well. I've lived there my whole life. But if you live in Chesterfield, you live in St. Louis County, you got to know all the markets around here to be a successful real estate agent, to be a broker like I am and help all of our agents. You got to understand what's going on in the whole market. So that's what we see here, okay? House affordability index, well, you know, because there's so much interest in us nationwide, people like St. Louis, we're getting some more attention, so we're getting slightly less affordability, but we're still very, very good. Compare that to most of the nation, and we are really, really affordable here. Okay, so let's look. Townhouses. Quick note on townhouses and condos, all right? If you're looking to buy or sell a condo, you have got to find an agent that knows what the heck they're doing, because that market is very different right now. Very different. The numbers are almost flipped, okay? So the condo market is very challenged right now for a number of different reasons. But insurance is one of them, insurance costs. So the actual HOA fees are going way up. There are some associations that have just done away with insuring the properties, which is crazy because they're legally required to do it, but they're choosing not to because it's so expensive, because they can't afford it. And those residents are choosing to have this incredible risk because they can't afford it. So if you're looking to buy in one of those units, you better darn well know whether you've got insurance or not, okay? So average median sales price, average sales price going up. All right, so we've looked at some of this. But this, look at the condo numbers here, okay? So just look at these changes. They're very, very different between the residential. All right. Now look at the little graph. This little graph right here. Okay. So we're going to look at some of these historic new listings by month. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Every year, it's the same cycle. You layer these things on top of each other, and it is the exact same cycle you go through every single year. So if you're a real estate agent, you got to remember, this is the toughest time of year. February, and January, December. These are the months where we have the fewest listings, and then all of a sudden, boom, they pop back up. And by August, we're all excited. We're back to feasting again. Right now is the time for famine. So chill out. It'll get better. I promise. Okay, closed sales. Look at this. Let's look at this 2000 mark right here. Okay, so that's kind of average. We're below average. All right, the last couple of years we've been dropping down, and it's below average on the number of sales. Okay, days on market. We talked a little bit about that. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Look how high they were. Gosh, in 2009 when we went through the crash, right? 160 days on the market was the average. Whoa, for condos, right? And if we're looking at homes, 100 days on the market. Crazy. Now that's for everything in the St. Louis market, but still, that's a wild, wild thing to look at. Home prices, boy, we know those have gone just through the roof, right? Okay, so we've seen big price appreciation. Again, these are the numbers your agent should be looking at. They should be going through all of this with you, setting expectations for when you're listing your home, what to expect. All right, housing affordability index, inventory, months of supply. Okay, here's all properties. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Interesting. All right, let's look at something else interesting. Let's go in here and let's look at the trends for Chesterfield. Okay, check it out. Average home price in Chesterfield. All right. Did you know that the average home is $580,000 in Chesterfield? Compare that with $270,000 for the whole metro area. And Chesterfield is a more expensive place to live, but home prices have gone up 10.5%. All right. And again, I just want you to see kind of the numbers and what a good real estate agent is paying attention to. We should be looking at these on a regular basis, guys. If you're real estate agents, go in here, check these out. You got to have information. You got to be able to communicate this to your folks. All right. New listings in Chesterfield. Okay. So we're increasing this year, up 8.4%. All right, that's good. That shows me that things are getting more healthy. Homes for sale, 83, pending sales, closed sales. All right, so in Chesterfield, year over year, we're up 7.3% in closings and in the average price appreciation. So that's good. All right, now check it out. If you come to me and you want to list your house in Chesterfield and you say, hey, Derek, how long is it going to take to sell my house? I'm going to look here. I'm going to say, well, John, on average, it's about 24 days to sell a house in Chesterfield, okay? Any good agent worth their salt should be paying attention to this stuff. All right, so months of supply in Chesterfield, it's going up. All right, and let's look at some of the other things. What else can we look at? Price per square foot. That's an interesting number. $238 a square foot. So if you have a house and you're trying to figure out what is my home worth, well, first of all, call a real estate agent because they're going to be able to do a really, really deep, comprehensive dive for you. But you can get a general idea if your house is in pretty good shape. 238 times your square footage in your house. Don't count the basement. Those numbers don't ever count the basement. All right. Okay. So this is a wrap. All right. I think I'm going to end here. I think I'm going to just stop right there and say thanks for watching. It was a little longer than I anticipated, but hopefully it's some good information that you can take action on. And remember, reach out to me, reach out to a professional in this industry to help you with the gist. Purchase and large monetary transaction of, okay, it's a big deal. You want to make sure you get it right. If you're a real estate agent, here at Realty One Group, we are all about you, all right? Making sure you have the tools and the resources to be successful. I am your broker, and I am here for you 24 hours a day. I mean it. You call me. I know it's a problem. I'm going to answer my phone. I'm going to help you. We've got a beautiful office. Check this out. Look at this beautiful office we've got in here, okay? Right now, it's empty. I want to fill it up. I want you here. I want to see you, all right? So come check us out and drop me a line, and let's talk.